Hey, this is John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're looking at the brand new Centavo and Warmdrive, both by Warm Audio. Now Warm Audio, you probably all are familiar with this company. They're the leading manufacturer of faithful recreations of legendary recording gear. They also got into the pedal game a little while ago. I did a review of their Jet Phaser probably about a year or two ago. And it was fabulous. So I love that this company is taking this gear that is so difficult to find or expensive and reproducing it for people like us. And this is the next edition. Now before I tell you all about it, take a second to smash that subscribe button below. That way we'll keep you up to date on all the cool gear coming out. So as you might have guessed, these pedals are a loving homage to exactly what they look like. You recognize that and you recognize that. And what they did, they used, Warm Audio used premium components in their true to the original circuit design to faithfully reproduce these iconic tones. For my signal chain, let me just tell you what I'm doing here. This is my 1961 ES355. It's all original, so those are PAFs. And a little later on, I'll use my 69 tele thin line so you can hear it with single coils. I'm running directly into both the pedals that are being powered to the one spot, and then on the ground to show how it plays with other pedals, I'm using a Keeley Halo just to give a little, well, to see how it works with other pedals. And then I'm running that into a Fender Pro Reverb mic to the 57 going out to you. So let's start with the Centavo. Much like the original, you have three simple controls on fronts: gain, treble, output. Input and output right there, and there's a magic switch there for a mod, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Now, this type of pedal historically has been used as a clean boost, which I really like for that. Also a transparent overdrive, but I think where I've heard it the most part is on a slightly overdriven amp, and it's just pushing it that much further. I think that's really kind of the sweet spot of this kind of pedal. Coming in, I had the gain flat, treble flat, and output down a bit. And here's my bass tone with nothing engaged. Now here is the Centavo. So, an effective clean boost, transparent, probably an overused word, but accurate. I think it just wakes up the amp, makes things feel better. I might even be more about the feel and the sound, if that makes sense. Well, you don't know. You don't when you plug it in. But I think where it shines even more is when you just give her the goose and put it up there a little bit more. not particularly loud, and it's just so alive and awake. I love that sound. Now let's get into the mod a little bit. This is new to this pedal, and what they're going for, I think this is made famous by Jeff Beck. Essentially, the mod switch extends the low end response on the lower guitar strings by changing the value on the high pass filter. So that's what they say. Let's hear what it sounds like. Here it is with it off. Here it is with it on. You know, that's pretty cool. It's funny, when I'm doing these things, I never know what I'm going to play. I just hit a chord and see where it goes. And I felt that mod kind of inspiring, that bottom end. Here's it without it. To me, you're getting this harmonic thing below that is very inspiring. And I guess that comes from Jeff Beck, and you know, Beck, you cannot find a more inspiring player than him. So very cool. So that's the basics on the Centavo. Let's go ahead and look at the Warmdrive. Up top you have volume and gain, but these two, tone and voice, that's kind of their secret sauce. Essentially, it allows you to modify the frequency before the clipping stage with the voice, or after the clipping stage with the tone. And in doing so, you have all this kind of nuance of how these two work together. And if you spend a little time with it and really listen, you can find what you're looking for. Here's our bass tone. Now I'm just going to flip a few knobs and see what we get. Here we are. Now let me bring up that a little bit on the voice. I find that really expressive. It was hard to get a bad sound out of it. Now let's go ahead and turn down that gain, look at it a little bit more, just kind of a cleaner thing. I like that a lot. I kind of like that just barely. Again, here's our bass tone. Nothing wrong with that, but that, I think, is a little more interesting than if we dime this bit. Cool. Let's go ahead and try the Telecaster so we can hear some single coils. So this is my old 69 thin line, and let's try it with the gain down a little bit, volume up a bit, voice and tone in the middle. Here's my bass tone. Nothing wrong with that. Try bringing the voice up a bit, tone down a bit, and gain up a bit. Wow, man, I dig that. Bring that gain way down. I love that. That's almost like that kind of Paisley thing. You know, Brad Paisley, he just has a little bit of grit in everything. Dig that, you know. Nice, right? You do a little more of that. Like that. That's the Telecaster through the Warmdrive. Let's try it through the Centavo, see what it does there. Man, that's some drive, right? God, I love that. Here it is, just with a minor little gain down, a little bit of a boost. Love it. So good on you, Warm Audio. I love the fact that you're making these essentially pedals that are out of the scope of most of us and making them available for all. So the manufacturer retail price on the Centavo is $179. Warmdrive is $149. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you subscribe to our Twitter, Instagram, all that social media crap. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because there's tons of great stuff on there. And poke around the old PG site. Have the magazine sent to your house. Why not? I know I do. It's John Bollinger. Till next time.